Hello, my name is Zhiwu. I'm a librarian at Virginia Tech Libraries. Today, I will briefly introduce the Cedwarc project. Cedwarc stands for Continuing Education to Advance Web Archiving. This is a $250,000 project funded by the Institute of Museum and Library Services in its Laura Bush 21st Century Librarian Program to specifically address the IMLS agency goal of learning, and also has the other two goals in mind, including support communities of practice and develop and provide inclusive and accessible learning opportunities. The performance period started from May 2018 and was originally scheduled to finish in 2 years, but due to the pandemic, we received 2 extensions and completed the project and all the deliverables only by October 2021. This project is a close collaboration between Virginia Tech Libraries and its computer science department, as well as Los Alamos National Lab, Old Dominion University, the University of Waterloo, the Internet Archive, and the George Washington University Library. So where did the original idea come from? It all started from open discussions at Web Archiving and Digital Libraries Workshop, also known as WADL Workshop, at JCDL 2017. We noticed a number of trends. First, librarians and archivists are changing. We don't want to remain only as repositories of information, but also want to actively participate in knowledge production. Second, web archives have accumulated a lot of data now, and the traditional searching, browsing, and close reading would become increasingly insufficient to consume this much data. At the same time, more and more sophisticated web archiving analytical tools are being built by community members, and a very active but small community of tool builders now exist. But are librarians and archivists ready to jump in and use these tools to start digging into the treasure trove? We doubted it. Then as tool builders, we have the responsibility to help our colleagues out. That is what motivated this project. This project develops a continuing education curriculum to teach library and archive professionals advanced web archiving and analysis techniques. It is mainly conceived as a collection of advanced topics on using web archives to extract new knowledge. To assist those who are not very familiar with web archiving, we include a brief introductory module, then move into 5 special topics. Storytelling is about tools to automatically summarize large web archives collections using a small number of representative mementos and then visualize them in a meaningful way. Collecting and managing social media archives is rather different from collecting and managing regular web pages. Therefore, we have a special module on this topic. The next 2 modules, Archive Spark and Archives Unleashed Toolkit, both treat web archives as big data sets and leverage big data systems such as Apache Spark to perform batch and statistic analysis. These 2 modules have many similarities, but also have important differences in terms of technical approaches and the delivery and deployment methods. Event archiving differs from general web archiving in that it does not attempt to collect everything out there, but only collect things related to special events and topics. The modules also teaches methods and tools to extract useful information from event archives. The project started with a series of planning meetings, including an in-person meeting at 2018 JCDL in Fort Worth, Texas, when the structure and the content of the curriculum was finalized. The curriculum had gone through 2 rounds of dry runs, one during JCDL 2019 in University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign Library, attended by 22 library staff and iSchool students, and the second in the fall semester of 2019 as part of Virginia Tech Computer Science Department's undergraduate course, CS 6604 Digital Libraries, participated by 26 undergraduate students. We finally released the course through an in-person workshop on October 28, 2019 in Washington, D.C. We only have one full day to teach all modules, which seems too ambitious based on our dry run experiences. Students expected both the breadth of the topics and in-depth experience on each module. Because these modules were quite heavy and required participants to be highly concentrated, one day was too short. After carefully weighing our options, we decided to break down all modules except for web archiving fundamentals into two parts. A brief 25 minutes introduction and an hour-long lab sessions. I then recorded the fundamentals module and distributed it to all participants as pre-workshop required reading. The in-person workshop started with all participants together learning the introductory portion of all the other modules in the morning. In the afternoon, the lab portion of the remaining 5 modules plus the web recorder lab were arranged in 3 parallel sessions that workshop participants were free to sign up based on their interest. In the end, each participant only had time to complete 2 modules of their selection while having some knowledge on the other modules. The workshop attracted 39 participants, mainly from the US academic libraries. 13 participants received the travel grants from this project. The overall evaluation showed the participants highly appreciated the value of this program, and we also identified shortcomings of the format of live teaching in that it is not very easy to closely follow command lines while teaching new concepts and ideas. While we brainstorm how to overcome the issues identified at in-person workshop, the COVID pandemic hit, and the previously planned multiple online live learning workshops were suspended. The delay gave us time to adjust to the new normal, which has conditioned most library and museum employees for long Zoom sessions every day and also online learning. After multiple project extensions were approved by IMLS, we also were approved to change the live learning online workshop to pre-recorded lectures, which workshop participants can enjoy at their own pace and repeat as many times as they like. Office hours and the final panel discussion were also offered as a companion to the pre-recorded lectures. In total, 111 people registered for self-paced online learning through the month of October 2021. Recorded lectures received the fewer feedbacks, but these fewer feedbacks are highly positive. So here's the website of the project with links to workshop videos, slides, and references. This ends my presentation. Thank you very much.